Did you know that in the year 2023, more than 475,000 people moved to the state of Texas? That's close to 1,300 people per day. And out of those 1,300 people, 275 of them moved to the city of Houston. Hey guys, my name is Landon Turley. I'm a local real estate agent here in the city of Houston, Texas. Besides that, I'm a husband, I'm a dog dad, and I'm a real estate enthusiast. I love real estate and everything about it. I came onto this channel to kind of provide value for you guys and to let you guys know what the process is of moving from out of state. Because out of the 1,300 people that have moved from out of state to Texas, I was actually one of them. Back in 2021, my wife and I decided to make a change in our lives. We were born and raised in Southern California. We were there for 26, 27 years. And we decided one day that it was time for us to leave. And so there was a few different options that we had when we were thinking about moving out of state. We were thinking about moving possibly to Hawaii. We were thinking about possibly moving to Texas and to Florida. And so those were our three options when we were first exploring the idea of moving out of state. Once we realized that Hawaii was a little bit out of our price range, Florida was a little bit far from California and from our family, we felt like Texas was kind of the happy middle. And so once we decided that Texas was going to be where we were going to move, what we started to do is we started doing research and trying to figure out where at in Texas we wanted to live. As you guys may or may not know, Texas is the second largest state in the United States. It's massive. And so there was four different cities that we were really looking at. We were looking at Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, the four major hubs of Texas. When we were looking, there was a lot of different factors and a lot of different non-negotiables that we really wanted in our home that we were going to be moving to. And so after exploring Dallas, after exploring Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, we landed on Houston, and for many reasons. One of the main reasons why at that time was because of the cost of living and what we were able to get for our price range and our budget. And so it kind of made the most sense to explore Houston. And we are so thankful that we did. Since we've moved here, it's been an amazing, amazing time. We've met some incredible people. If you're going to be moving from out of state, what I would suggest is to hire a moving company. It is definitely worth it. Don't do it how we did it. It was absolutely miserable. If you have to, then that's one thing. But if you have the means to do it, I would definitely hire a moving company, which would make the process a lot smoother. Now, I want to share with you one of the main reasons why we chose Houston out of the four major cities, other than the cost of living and other than the prices of homes, was really just the location. You know, coming from Southern California, we were about 45 minutes from the ocean, from the beach. And so we wanted to be near water as well. And so thankfully, where we ended up landing was about 30 minutes from downtown Houston and about 30 minutes from Galveston, Texas. Now, if you guys don't know about Galveston, Texas, it's one of the most popular beaches or beach cities in Texas. There's millions of people that visit it every year. It's a huge tourist attraction. Now, it's not like Southern California beaches, not like Florida beaches, not like Hawaii beaches. The water is a little bit darker, but we've gone many times and we absolutely love it. It has sand, there's moving water, and so that's really all that we really wanted when we were thinking about moving to Houston. Number two is the variety of homes in Houston. Now, there's so many different master plan communities that are going up. There's brand new communities going up everywhere that you look in every single city. But there's also a huge variety of older, mature homes and mature neighborhoods. That was one of the neighborhoods that we actually landed in. We looked at a bunch of new homes and master plan communities when we were looking at homes, but we actually landed on a older community. It was built in the 70s. Fortunately, you know, the house that we moved into was fully remodeled before we moved in. So it has this kind of cool feel where it has this 1970s, 1980s architecture, but it's also completely remodeled and we absolutely love it. Once again, there's a huge variety of different housing out here. We love that there's brand new homes, but there's also a variety of older established neighborhoods, which is wonderful. I want to give you guys kind of a little bit of a story of how we ended up actually moving, and the whole process and everything was kind of crazy. It happened really, really quick. My then girlfriend, now wife, Alexa, we were in San Diego. We were on just a overnight staycation. And we were just kind of looking at the news and looking at everything that was going on at that time. It was back in August of 2021. And it was around the time where we were kind of like right in the middle of COVID. My wife is a nurse. I was previously in the financial services industry. selling life insurance specifically. But going back to that, it was just kind of a weird time, especially in California. A lot of things were closed down, and it came to a point to where we kind of made the decision of like, where do we want to start our future? Where do we want to start a family? This California and everything that California was going through at the time, is that kind of what we want to be involved with? And we decided that we wanted to make a change. And so when we decided that, it was when we were in San Diego that night and we were talking about it. And we were like, hey, like let's like look at some different options. Let's see if this is even an option for us to even move out. And so we went on Zillow, looked at a bunch of different houses for, I mean, just hours and hours and hours, and finally found Houston. We found about 10 homes that we were really interested in looking at. And within 7 days of that trip in San Diego and us deciding that we were going to move to, or we were going to look at, Houston, we were on a plane and we made a week trip out of it. And we were out in Houston for about 6 or 7 days, and we explored all the different areas of Houston: North Houston, West, South, East, everywhere. And so we met with a local realtor. We went on a couple, house tours, and we finally decided on the house that we absolutely love, and ended up getting it, thankfully. And so from start to finish, from the time that we were in San Diego, we talked about like looking at houses, to the time we moved, it was a total of 45 days, if you can believe that. It was incredibly quick. It flew by. And so, guys, my mission and my goal for this channel is to really just provide as much value as I possibly can. I know that if you guys are thinking about making the move from out of state into Texas, trust me, I totally get it. My wife and I went through the same exact process. And so my goal is just to be able to be there to provide value and to be able to provide support and to be a resource for you guys. I know that when you're thinking about moving from out of state to a completely different state, leaving your family and friends, I know how big of an emotional toll that takes on you guys. And so if you guys are going through that right now and you guys want to explore and to try to see if Houston is the right place for you, I would love to work with you. Please reach out, please DM me, please follow and subscribe. Once again, if you guys find value in this video, if you guys want to see more of me, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and would love to see you guys on the next one. See you guys.